now.
Okay, beautiful. Hey, I want to give some birthday shout outs. I know we just came on. It's the Career Seeker Show. Monica Thomas in Uniontown, happy birthday. Alana Thompson, happy birthday. I know your birthday was yesterday, Dance. I love you. Happy birthday to you. It's the Career Seeker Show. We got JoVon Hill in the building. Alberta Bertolino in the building. My man Will Martin is here. Will, I'm coming to you right now. Hold on. Let's go.
WPPM LP Philadelphia.
Terrapins, where you at?
PPM FM 106.5 Philadelphia. I'm your host.
Nah, it's up to you guys.
No, you make me feel like I can stand up.
JoVon,
All right, I'll sit for him.
Okay, cool.
How's that?
Coach, videographer Will Martin, and together we're your #1 source for career and job information.
Come on,
We'll be back after the break.
The Career Seeker Show on WPPM FM Philadelphia. Insightful advice for those seeking more than just a job, but a career from the nation's top diversity recruiter, Kenneth Johnson. Whether you're starting your career, changing careers, or looking for that next great opportunity, the Career Seeker Show provides a virtual GPS that delivers real career advice that leads you to your career destination.
It's the Career Seeker Show live on WPPM LP Philadelphia. We are in the building, 106.5 out here in Philly, streaming live at phillycam.org, and also broadcasting live on the East Coast Executive Facebook fan page. Really excited today. I got Alberta Bertolino in the building.
Hey, Seekers, how was your week?
My man Will Martin is definitely in the building. Cameraman extraordinaire. What's poppin', Will?
What's poppin', Gold?
Yeah, man. We are getting ready to do it today. It's going to be a beautiful show. Courtesy of Alberta Bertolino, we got JoVon Hill checking in with us today from Pennsylvania CareerLink out here in Philadelphia. So that is definitely a good look. AB, what's going on? How was your week?
Yeah, crazy busy. My requisitions are climbing up again.
Yeah, there we go.
Not quite.
Alberta always has 3,028 recs on deck. That's a good thing. I mean, for some people.
It is. It absolutely is. Yeah. Excited to have JoVon on only because I've been promising that I promise I'm going to get him on. I promise I'm going to get him on.
Yeah.
Here he is. All right. We're very
JoVon is
excited.
in the building.
How about you? What's going on with you?
Man, it's been an incredible week. So let me kind of explain how this happens. And I know we have company here today, so I'm going to try to be.
But after, he'll be family.
He'll be family immediately
That's
after.
right.
Actually, yeah, he'll be a family like at probably about 4:28. He's family then. Maybe 4:15. We're like, no what, JoVon, you're family now. So here's what I do each year. I'm really a person that sets goals for each year. So I've set out my 2018 goals, and I mean it's something I'm serious about, and I set these really lofty goals. Mm-hmm. But what happens after the first week? I'm like, you know what? Man, I set the bar really high, so I started getting a little anxious about how I'm going to pull it off.
Okay.
So crazy enough, man, shout out to Tiff South. And I know she's probably going to tune in, but she had posted something, and you know, Tiff can be really spiritual. She has a spiritual side to her, which I think is beautiful. And she posted something just about getting clarity on some of the things that you're asking for. You know, not only asking for them, like being faithful, but still asking, right? Okay. So I guess it was maybe Tuesday night. It must have been Tuesday night. And I saw this. I couldn't get to sleep. I never sleep. So I saw this information that Tiff had posted. And I just was like, you know what? I need to really kind of focus in and start kind of asking directly for some of this stuff. And at least clarity on some of the stuff. Yeah. Boom. Tuesday, I get these emails from these clients I've been waiting on since November.
Oh, wow.
So I get one email, and it's basically telling me, look, I made a move, but hold tight. We can do some business over here. And then I sent an email, and I finally got the response back saying, look, I'm talking to my manager Thursday about our partnership. Okay. And I was like, wow, you know, some of those lofty goals I had were definitely associated with those two opportunities. Well, the one opportunity. So it just started making me say, you know what? Maybe I can do some of the other stuff on here as well because I'm off to a good start. So I'm all about momentum, JoVon. Okay. So I'm excited about that. Perfect. And it took the anxious side out of me.
I'm glad to hear
and kind of put me back in go mode. So happy 2018. All right. So what's popping?
So Tiffany, we are sorry that you're unable to join us again. We do miss you. I hope you're watching. We miss you, girl.
Wait, you know what? Do her a favor then. Give us the weather report.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying that to Yvonne. We usually do the weather report, but today I would think it would be a good weather day for you, right, Tiff? It's not too cold. It's not too hot. There's no humidity. It's looking like it's going to be in the 60s by Friday, which is nice.
What? She'll be fine come Friday. Friday she'll be fine.
Right,
yeah.
right.
No, what? She was last week, I think, when it was really, really cold. I spoke to her, and she was like, for me, this is like being in Ithaca. Because she went to school up there,
yeah.
And she was like, this is,
yep.
I'm used to this.
Right.
And I was like, man, I didn't think about that,
you.
but yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Will was saying earlier today, it seems so warm today. Mm-hmm. And it's only like 30 degrees. Like people were out. Yeah, but compared to that 0 we put up on the charts.
We appreciate it.
Yeah,
We definitely appreciate it.
I'm not complaining about it. No, thank you.
So we're locked in. As I had mentioned, it's the Career Seekers Show. Hit us up, man, if you have any questions. At US Career Seekers on Twitter. At KL Johnson Info on Twitter. At Alberta Recruits on Twitter. Or you can just call us, 215-923-WPPM. Once again, 215-923-9776. Just hit us up. This is what we do. We are your only source for career and job search information with a focus on diversity. And that's why we have with us here today Mr. JoVon Hill. And JoVon, I'm so happy that you're here, but I'm going to let Alberta introduce you with the title and everything.
Yeah,
so let's
you know
run with
what?
it.
I will let him introduce you because I forgot to write that down.
I was trying to pull it up and it went blank on me.
Oh my
but,
gosh, I'm so sorry, JoVon. I know. He does a lot of things. So.
He's Mr. CareerLink. He's all over the city.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so JoVon Hill. I definitely work for the Pennsylvania CareerLink. I'm out in the community, so if you know anything about me and my role at the CareerLink, I'm the community guy. So my official title there is Community Workforce Connector. Big old title. So
I like the title though.
Yeah.
Connector at the end of it.
I'm mainly in the North Philadelphia area and in Southwest and in West Philly. I'm the guy who's bringing the CareerLink services to those most underserved populations. Those people can't even get into one of our big CareerLink centers.
So there's actually a CareerLink presence in Southwest.
There is. We are through the libraries there in Southwest Philadelphia.
Oh, good to know.
So
Okay.
we made a connection with 5 of the libraries out there in the Southwest Philadelphia area.
Wow, shout out to
where
Southwest Philly.
we are offering those services of the CareerLink to those patrons who are going into the libraries. Because believe it or not, the library is a huge source of people who are looking for work. Mm-hmm. And, unfortunately, our librarians, they're understaffed, and there's this now connection with the free library system and the CareerLink system where we're bringing some of those services directly to them.
Excellent, exceptional. That's a great. It's kind of you're bringing it to the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. I worked with an organization, and one of the challenges we used to have occasionally, people weren't working, so it was kind of difficult for them to get to Center City to utilize some of the services that we offered on a consistent basis. Mm-hmm. Because the one thing about a job search is consistency. Like you have to keep working at it. You can't just say, you know what, I'm going to search Monday and then I'll circle back next Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And I think being with the libraries, being directly in the community and people maybe even living walking distance from them, you can be more consistent, and I guess you can have internet access and things of that nature as well.
Absolutely.
That's excellent.
Right. Well, I think you just added to my work now for each week because part of what I do for putting out our little round table of jobs, I utilize the free library system, and in South I was only doing South Philly. Apparently, I need to do Southwest as well, Philly. And we could tie that in too each week. But
it's going to be so easy now because JoVon can push the information to you.
Sure, yeah.
Or at least connect you with somebody, so you'll be good to go.
And we're also headed up into the northeast part of the city. People think of the greater northeast and they think that those people
they have jobs.
No, it's underserved up there. So we're actually going to be in the Bustleton Library and also in the Holmesburg Library starting this week.
You bring a valid point though, because I never even thought about the fact that we never mentioned a northeast CareerLink. No. However, I believe as far as neighborhood parameters, that's the largest neighborhood in Philadelphia. Northeast Philly, by far.
Yeah, we think of it as
it's like a small city. I think there's like 300,000 residents of Northeast Philadelphia. Yeah, so definitely I see they would need services.
And with all the changes happening here in the city, we have a transient city right now.
Mm.
So there's people moving from parts of the city to the Northeast, and services are going to be needed even more in the Northeast in the coming years. So CareerLink is trying to jump out ahead of that and have a presence there already.
And so will you be there every day, similar to what you're doing at the other physical locations of PA CareerLink?
Well, in Northeast Philly, also in Southwest/West Philly, and in certain parts of North Philly, we are in the libraries on Thursdays and Fridays.
Got it. Okay.
So on those Thursdays and Fridays in Southwest Philly and in West Philly, and happening pretty soon in Northeast Philadelphia, we're there offering workshops where we're introducing the patrons to the services of the CareerLink.
Okay.
We also do a session called Navigating Job Gateway, where we're putting them directly into our job search tool, which happens to be called Job Gateway, and showing them how to look for jobs inside the Job Gateway. Then we also do a session called the do's and don'ts of resumes.
Yes.
People don't know what the do's and don'ts of resumes are. One of the big things I find that people make a big mistake is they'll go right on Google, they'll find a resume template, they'll download that template, then they'll start sending that email out. And I always tell them, well, that little box that you're typing that information in, the computer system of the job that you're applying to can't read what you typed in there. It's reading that code from that box. So they're wondering why they didn't get a hit back from the job. Well, maybe they got your email, they saw all these X's and O's and stars and symbols and everything.
Yeah, the applicant tracking system will kick you out if your resume consists of a bunch of cells.
Absolutely.
And that's something people don't know, so that's vital and valuable information that you're sharing out there.
So then we also will give them some interview tips as well, modern interviewing. I tell them it's like a counseling session when you go to an interview now. They're trying to figure out, how you're going to react in certain situations and what you've done in the past. So we give them some tips on that. So that's what we're doing in those libraries. We still encourage people to come out to one of our larger CareerLink centers. There's 4 of them here in the city of Philadelphia. The most popular one, or the largest one, would be in Center City at 1617 JFK Boulevard. There's also West Philadelphia, 40th and Market. There is Northwest Philadelphia, 5847 Germantown Avenue. It's right beside the old Germantown High School.
Germantown and Price, yes.
Yep. And then right there in North Philly at 5th and Bristol, right down the street from Edison High School, there's the North Philadelphia location. So we encourage people to go there. There's lots of employers. Not only are we servicing people who are looking for jobs, we actually service the employers who are looking to hire people. So just don't think that you're coming in.
Can you elaborate on that a little more for me?
So the CareerLink is the workforce development system for the entire state of Pennsylvania. And create CareerLink Philadelphia, our job is to service Philadelphia County, for lack of a better way to describe it. So what we're doing is we're servicing job seekers and also the workforce. So we have employers who will come to the CareerLink and they will essentially turn over their job search to us.
Okay.
So we will source candidates for them. We will review resumes for them. We will pull from Job Gateway all the qualified people that we have in the system and present those individuals to those employers. So those employers can come to one of those 4 CareerLink locations and they will have recruitment events. So a large employer will be there. They will interview people. They will make decisions on who they're going to hire.
Right on the spot there.
Right there on the spot. And this stuff is happening every single day inside of the CareerLink. So if you're looking for a job and you're having a hard time going onto Indeed and all the other places that we go and apply for jobs, come inside one of the CareerLink centers and actually meet with someone. That's the biggest thing. We're actually a connector to the employer and the job seeker.
That's a big piece of what we speak about. If you get an opportunity to connect directly with an employer, that puts you at an advantage.
It does. It does. I mean, if you're online, which all of us go online and apply for jobs, it's a little impersonal. If you know someone and you can actually connect with someone, get their card, get their email address, you can say, hey, I met you at the CareerLink. Any updates on the interview that I had with you there?
Sure.
Or now you have an in with someone.
Right.
So do you keep a list, or is that on the website also at each CareerLink site for the employers that are coming each day? Is there kind of like a calendar of employers?
Yeah, there's a calendar of events for each one of our locations. So if someone goes onto Job Gateway and they will register themselves for an account there, they can just go in and pick which CareerLink they're looking to go inside of, and who's going to be there is there.
Okay.
Again, a human connection is the best connection, because if you do decide to come into one of the CareerLink centers, you will be given what we call a workforce advisor or a job coach, someone who will keep you up to date on who is coming inside their particular centers and at the other centers across the city.
Based on the skill sets that you've provided and the areas of interest that you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's in. So you're saying that for a job seeker, definitely go in and create that profile in your job gateway.
Yeah, so if you go on Google right now and you Google Job Gateway, or you go to jobgateway.pa.gov, you can go in there and register yourself for an account, and then that will get you connected via the internet to the CareerLink system here in Pennsylvania.
Perfect. And then people can come into your center as well and do the same thing, just right there and register?
Yeah, they can come in. There'll be someone there to help them, walk them through the process. A lot of our job seekers, they need help, so we're there to actually provide you with that help. So don't be ashamed. Don't feel like, oh, I don't know how to use the computer. I don't know how to type. I don't know anything. Come in, we'll help you. You don't have an email account, someone there will be able to help you set up an email
That's
account.
Phenomenal.
Someone will
That's
be
a
there to
lot of
help
really
you
good stuff. Yeah.
go through a resume. We can help you pretty much with everything leading up to the point of you getting a job.
Sure. You know, I've actually had people visit a career center that I was assisting in, and I would ask them for a resume, and they would say, well, hold on, I need to call CareerLink to get my resume. Yeah, that's how you got. Yeah. I need to call and get my information from them. I'm like, are you kidding me? But yeah, so that happens pretty frequently. Wow, outstanding. So I'm a job seeker, and I come into CareerLink. I guess I set up an account through Job Gateway. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
But what do you suggest that I do after that? I know you said, kind of be diligent and visiting the CareerLink centers, but do you have a plan of action that you believe works best for people that are seeking opportunities?
If you're seeking opportunities, the first step is to come into the CareerLink. You're not going to find the job or get the help that you're looking to receive if you don't come inside one of those physical locations. That is step number one. Step number two is to actually sit down with someone in the CareerLink. These are free services that you can come in and actually have a point person to guide you through the process. And when you get that point person, they're going to do something called a individualized. Notice individualized is the key word it is, an employment plan. So they're going to sit down with you, find out exactly what your skills are. Where do your skills lie? What jobs have you had in the past? What are your goals? They're going to do some goal setting with you. And based on that information, they're going to help you craft a brand new resume. They're going to connect you to the available jobs, not only in Job Gateway, but to those employers who are coming into the centers to help you out. Another thing you need to do to be is patient.
Okay.
Patience is key. I always use myself as an example. About 2 years ago, I was unemployed, and it took me 4 months with a master's degree to actually find a job, and that was 4 months of
that's
me.
because you went to Penn State.
See, we told you it was going to come back.
Okay.
I'm just playing.
Well, that you had
I told
the largest alumni association in the world.
18 minutes in, you're family now. 18 minutes in, he's family now.
Oh my God.
It didn't take long.
No,
It didn't take long.
I told him, maybe 15 to 18 minutes.
No, but seriously, it took me 4 months to find a job, and that was 4 months of me every day going online. 4 months of me every day looking at my resume and figuring out how I can tweak it in order to find work. So be patient in this process. You may have a resume right now, and you may think it's going to land you some jobs. I'm here to tell you, your resume can use a second look, it can use a third look, it can use a fourth look. Come into the CareerLink, someone will look at it, will critique it.
I think you bring up a valuable point because one of the things, and Alberta speaks about this often, you have to customize your resume for the positions you're applying to.
Yes.
So you may believe you have a great customer service resume, but if it's not speaking directly to the customer service opportunity that you're applying to, it doesn't matter.
It does not matter. That's one thing that I tell people when I do the workshops out in the community. Customize that resume for each job. Try to match up as closely to that job description as you possibly can without lying.
Yes,
on it.
that's okay.
Without lying on
Right,
it. If
right.
you didn't do something, don't put that down on the resume, but match it up. A quick tip, if you're doing that, I always tell people, just copy the job description and then go on Google and type in word cloud. A word cloud program will come up, and you paste that job description right in the word cloud, and it's going to tell you the top words that are featured in that paragraph of text that you put in there. Make sure that those top 10 words are somewhere in your resume because we alluded to it earlier, the application tracking systems, they're looking for keywords. So if you have those keywords there on your resume, chances are your resume is going to be bumped up into that tracking system that company is using.
That's an excellent technique. Yeah, if you're using the word cloud, Word, or whatever you're using to basically just pull those keywords out of the position description. Outstanding.
Yeah. So tell us about, are there any big events coming up? Do you have anything that you're going to be involved in going? You said you go out into the community. Do you go out and promote things that are coming up?
Well, if you're in the West Philly area, next week on the 18th and the 19th, we'll be at the Blackwell Regional Library. We'll be doing the workshops there.
I'm not from West Philly, but where's that? Where's the Blackwell Regional Library?
52nd and Market.
Okay.
So if you're on public
I've seen
transportation,
that
That's
library
good.
there.
get off
Yeah,
of
that's easy to get
52nd
to.
and Market,
Okay, good.
52nd Street Station. That's
Yeah,
right,
it's right there. Okay.
Yes. Then I know there's a lot of job fairs coming up. I know we have a guest that's going to talk about that pretty soon.
Are you involved with that at all? or-
The CareerLink, we're not involved with that one this year, but because we're not involved doesn't mean we don't speak about it.
Sure,
We encourage
sure,
job seekers
definitely.
to actually go out to any type of job fair that they have access to.
Sure.
You guys do some great things over there, and I guess we would probably be remiss if we didn't share. I've noticed that you even do some things for ex-offenders and things of that nature through the CareerLink branches as well.
Absolutely. Second chance or returning citizens is a very big topic here in the city of Philadelphia. And to the credit of the mayor and elected officials here, they have seemed to have made that a priority to actually make sure that these individuals who are coming home, that they have an opportunity to be employed like everyone else. We don't want the recidivism rate to keep going up and up and up and up. With the CareerLink in particular, we have partnered with Rise.
Okay.
So we actually have a re-entry team right now with the
Nice.
CareerLink. So
Excellent.
we have a leader of that team, and then we have 4 counselors who will get a caseload of people who are coming through the CareerLink, who have criminal backgrounds or that barrier to employment, that will work directly with them to make sure that they're getting the same opportunities that everyone else is getting. So if you have a criminal background, if you know someone who has a criminal background, if that has been a barrier to you now or in the past, come to the CareerLink. Their services are in place to help you actually land a job. And believe it or not, a lot of people say, well, people don't hire people with criminal backgrounds. That is not true. There are lots of employers right here in Philadelphia. They don't care what your criminal background is. They just want to make sure that you have the skills, that you can come to work on time, that you can dress the way that they need you to dress, and that you can actually complete the work. And I know people who came home from jail, and they're smarter than me. These people coming back, they are highly intelligent. So make sure that you're coming in and taking advantage of those services that are available to you.
So you spoke about people dressing for success and things of that nature, or just wardrobe challenges. But I've noticed on some of the programming at CareerLink, you guys have partnered with someone that assists in that area as well. Am I correct?
Absolutely. One of the other things that the CareerLink does is we partner with other community organizations that can help people overcome the barriers to employment. And dressing the part is a big part of you actually landing the job. And sometimes people just don't have the shirt, the tie, the blazer, the black suit to actually wear to the interview. So we can get you connected to other community partners who can actually assist you with that. One of the big ones is Career Wardrobe. I just actually took up a whole bunch of clothes that I had. Thank God I lost about 30 pounds.
Wow, congratulations.
Congrats. That's
so
awesome.
all of those clothes
We
were too
need to
big.
talk again afterwards so you can tell me how to do
Right,
that.
we'll get him on the health show with Jody.
Or maybe I'll just get the clothes from them.
Well, I took up all my size 36s up to Career Wardrobe because I saw they really didn't have too many items for men.
Okay.
So this is the clearing call to all the guys that's listening out here. If you have some clothes that you want to donate, go up to Career Wardrobe at 19th and Spring Garden and drop those out there. There's a lot of brothers who do need clothes out here. The women's section was fully stocked.
It usually
Ladies,
was.
if you still have some stuff, go out there and donate it to them. That's one of our biggest partners that we will refer people to.
I think that's an important piece because we speak about if you look good, you feel good, and if you feel good, that'll translate hopefully
your energy
into your
will be
energy,
that much
right?
better.
Yeah.
When you're interviewing. So,
Man, a ton of things you guys are doing over there.
it's really great. Like you said, you're a connector. That's all those different organizations, just amazing. So,
Yeah, so if any organizations are listening and would like to partner with the CareerLink, if you have people coming through your doors, I know people always ask, can you help them with a resume, who's hiring? Give us a call, email us out. My email is jhill@pacareerlinkphl.org, jhill@pacareerlinkphl.org, and I'll make sure that we get you connected to our team who does all the community connections out here for the CareerLink in Philadelphia.
Wow, outstanding. If you don't mind, can you give them the, I guess, is there a website, URL as well?
So for here in Philadelphia, it's www.pacareerlinkphl.org. So you can go on there, you can get the phone numbers, all the contact information for each one of the career centers here in Philadelphia. You also can go on there, and if you're like me, you like to read about statistics and stuff, there's a lot of job statistics there. You can sign up for your job gateway through that particular website as well.
Okay. Listen, I know our time's getting tight, but I wanted to speak to Mr. Hill about some other things.
absolutely, let's do it.
Yeah, needless to say, I was looking at your LinkedIn profile.
Yep.
You are, I'm just going to commend you for all that you're doing on a couple different platforms to assist people with bettering themselves. If you want to share some of that information, let's do it.
Well, my early career, and I guess the bulk of my career has come from the higher education world. And I am a higher education champion to my core. And working now in workforce development, there is a literal connection. So, hey, I'm all about getting our high school students, our adult learners, getting them the education that they need so they can fill these roles that are open. Just working for the CareerLink, people always say there are no jobs in Philadelphia, and I have to bust their bubble every time and say there are hundreds of thousands of jobs here in Philadelphia, but unfortunately for a lot of people that live here in Philadelphia, they don't have the skills or the education to fill those roles. Here in Philadelphia, education and healthcare careers are number one and number two. You can go down to Community College Philadelphia and you can take some of these certification programs, these associate degree programs, and you can land a job at one of these healthcare systems making $60,000, but people don't know that. So what I do with urban college planning, which is what I do outside of the CareerLink, is that I educate people on how to navigate the higher education system so that they can get those skills, so they can then land the jobs that they're looking to have, so they can take care of their families, so that they can, be productive citizens and contribute back to the city of Philadelphia.
Now, did you create that yourself? Are you a founder of that?
I actually am the founder of Urban College Planning. So if you go to urbancollegeplanning.com, I'm there. I'm on Instagram at Urban College Planning. All my social media is Urban College Planning. So you can go there and get tips on navigating financial aid process, what you should and should not be putting on your college applications, and all those good things to help you get into college and to land jobs. So one of my students, he actually just got into Johns Hopkins University.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for that about him. So now we're at that point in the school year where we're looking at financial aid packages. So if you have questions about financial aid, you want to compare and contrast, contact me via social media and I can assist you with that as well.
For that particular student, though, would you then serve as a mentor should they need something during the school year, or?
Absolutely. Anyone that I am working with, definitely. If they have questions even after they have matriculated into college,
yeah, right.
I'm still going to be there to help them with that.
Awesome.
No, what, is that just Pennsylvania?
This is
Okay.
Look, the internet is a great connector. So I even help international students who are looking to come here from wherever.
Give them the website again.
Process. So that is www.urbancollegeplanning.com.
It's Mr. JoVon Hill on the Career Seeker Show. We really appreciate you coming out today, sir. Thank you so very much. This is what we do. I told you our guests are crazy. We got the best guests in the industry. It's the Career Seeker Show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have Deborah Abrams of the Urban League of Philadelphia speaking about the MLK Day Career Fair and Expo. I'm calling it Career Fair and Expo. I'm sure it's something else. But anyway, Deborah Abrams talking about this career fair. Let's do it. Career Seeker Show.
So you can stay, right? If you want to stay, hang out. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.